Hello, my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a general reading focused on what your person needs you to know before the end of this year. And boy, it's coming up quick. 2021 is almost here. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going to come through for you. We're going to be grabbing messages from these three decks here to get the conversation going. Dialogue messages from your person, what's in their heart space, what are they thinking, what are they feeling. General reading as always, guys, so it won't resonate, if I can speak today, it won't resonate with every single person tuning in, so please do take from it what makes sense for you, release the rest. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below in the description box. And of course, I will include a link to all of the decks and creators that you see here today, air signs. So let's begin. The first deck here is the Untold Messages of the Heart by Aqua Moonlight. This is my self-created one. It's called the X Oracle. And then we'll grab a message from the Love Messages deck by High Priestess 1111. And of course, as always, cross watchers are certainly welcome, and whoever else is guided to this reading. So let's grab a couple messages from each deck here. And let's take a look at if your person could express themselves right now. What is it that they would want to say to you? Now, some of these cards could be how you're feeling as well, if you resonate with that, if you're able to relate to it. These messages can, of course, be coming from you as well. This one's grabbing my attention here. Baggage. I'm sweeping away toxicity to make room for what's truly important. And isn't it a perfect time to really do this towards the end of one year that's about to make way for a new one? So release the baggage, whatever it is that you're holding on to this year or even from previous years, that you know it's the end of the road, it's time to let it go, because that's what's going to lighten the load that you're bringing with you into 2021. Whether this has anything to do with your love life, it could even be a family member, it could be a friend that you've had a falling out with, it could be anyone. Okay, so whatever baggage this is, perhaps this is something that you need to work on. Your person has to get rid of this baggage as well, so that it won't affect the relationship. You know, it's hard enough going through challenges of what our partnerships can bring in, but then when we're dragging other people's baggage along with that, then it just tends to create a lot of issues and drama. So let's go ahead and add to this. Why did I put that away? I was supposed to grab another message from that. Sorry. One more. Let's grab one more. Look at this. Forbidden. Even though we shouldn't, I still want you. That's the baggage. For some of you guys, that's the baggage. This could have been a situation, a relationship that you know was off limits, and somebody crossed the line. So yeah, it could have been a third party situation. There could have been infidelities here, and that's what created the toxicity. But I'm also feeling for some of you guys, even though you know this was forbidden territory, you're still into this person. You still want them. That doesn't necessarily mean you should have them, especially if they're already with somebody else. That could be reversed too. It could be you who's with someone else, or you both are. It's forbidden for a reason. It's creating baggage for a reason. Interesting. Okay, so let's add to this. What else does your person need you to know before the end of this year? So this is the X Oracle. So if you're focused on a particular X, someone that you are in separation from, let's see what is in their heart space. What do they need to say? What is it that they need to express at this point in time? Let's grab this card here. You are my destiny. I wish I knew this when we were together. So what I'm also getting for some of you guys is you might have had an ex that entered into another relationship. Could have been cheating, could have been infidelity, or they just moved on to someone else. Maybe they broke up with you, moved on to someone else. But it's one of those things where when you guys were together, they didn't realize it. They did not realize the gift that you actually were when they had you. And now that you guys are more than likely at a distance from one another, they see that you are a part of their destiny. Let's grab one more. You loved me once. Can you love me again? So this is what your person is wondering. And of course, the large amount of people that tune into these readings, there's so many of you, there's a different answer for each person. Can you find it in your heart to love this person again? Or is it just too much to take on? Can you forgive? Is it too much baggage? Have they hurt you too much? And the thing is, you could still have love for this person, but at the same time, if they ended up hurting you, or you guys ended up hurting each other, and this is a forbidden relationship, you really have to ask yourself what it is that you are allowing back in, or what it is that you perhaps might be still focused on this person for this reading. You yourself could be feeling this way. It's like, you loved me once, can you love me again? So if any of these messages is picking up off of your own heart space, then you need to figure things out for yourself as well. Is it worth it to carry the baggage? If it's forbidden, then this is a situation that you're not meant to be in. Let's grab a couple more messages here. So something is off limits. Someone is off limits to you, or you are off limits to them. But you guys loved each other. That's part of the issue here. You know, if you guys were just two people that, for example, got into a relationship strictly for sex, that's one thing. But you guys, I feel, loved each other as well. And that complicates things a little bit more. All right, for air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, let's grab a couple more messages here to pave the way for this reading. I'm guided to this one here on the side. I made a mistake. Now I'm living with the consequences. I regret it. I really do. Oh my God. So, my air signs, if this makes sense for you, your person, they are acknowledging that they crossed the line. There was a boundary that was crossed, forbidden territory. You know, they knew that they shouldn't have gotten themselves entangled in that situation, but the desire was there, so they went for it. And maybe the desire was towards you. They see you as their destiny. They loved you. And they're wondering, can you love me again? And so now here they're acknowledging that they made a mistake. They're living with the consequences of what they've done. They regret it. So for some of you guys, you might be dealing with an ex-partner, a former lover who made a mistake by entering into a forbidden situation, a third party, cheating, lies, infidelity, a love triangle, and now they're paying for that mistake. Part of that payment might have to do with you not being in their life. They lost you perhaps as a result of those actions. So, you know, take whichever part of these messages makes sense for you. Let's grab one more dialogue message here. I'm somewhere between giving up and seeing how much more I can take. So maybe there's a part of them truly that they want so badly to reconnect with you, but if they're hitting a wall, if they're hitting just no communication, or you're putting up these boundaries and walls so that they can't get through, maybe as well your person is getting to a point where they're ready to give up trying. But at the same time, I'm kind of feeling for my air signs, this could be you as well. Giving up on a connection that maybe just was too challenging. But there's a part of you still that is somewhat invested. Your heart still has love for this person. And maybe there's a part of you, as it says, you're seeing how much more of this can you take. Especially if you dealt with someone who cheated on you, who was deceptive, who hurt you, who broke your heart. Do you see them as your destiny as well? Or is it a one-way street? So let's take a look. Okay, so those are the dialogue messages that are coming through. So we're going to start things off here with the Divine Masculine. This is a deck by Sister Moon Tarot. It's called Moody Moon Messages, the Masculine Edition. So let's start with that. And let's take a look and see the direction that this is going to go. There's so many directions that it could take. So if you're feminine and you're thinking about a particular masculine, for example, that either left you for someone else or they cheated on you, they entered into a forbidden relationship. Through the separation, they've come to realize that you are their destiny, that they still love you. They are acknowledging their mistakes. And maybe that's why they're carrying all this baggage with them. That could be reversed as well for my feminine, so take it for how it makes sense, okay? Let's see what else. But we're focusing first on the Divine Masculine here. Confident, self-assured, bold, balanced. Okay. So perhaps this is something that your masculine is working on, wanting to be more self-assured about themselves. This could just be naturally a part of their personality. It could be that confidence that also got them into a situation that was forbidden. Perhaps feeling like, you know, they could handle it, or that juggling two people was something that they could figure out and work through. But clearly that was not the case. I guess somebody ended up getting hurt here. Calm, balanced, trusting, and happy. Confident and calm. Okay, so if this is where your masculine is at, that's actually a good thing. Trying to restore balance in their own life. Trying to find something to be happy about this year, which during this pandemic year has been such a ridiculous challenge, you know, for so many. What else for the masculine? Growing. These are actually really good cards on behalf of the masculine. The masculine is changing, evolving, transforming. So if, for example, my feminines, if your masculine treated you poorly, they're working on themselves, they have grown, they have matured, they are a more evolved person from the person that ended up hurting you. Which is why they're able to look at it now and see that you are their destiny. And they're wondering, you know, can we work through this? Can you love me again the way you used to? We have courageous, brave, open, and fearless. Confident, courageous. I mean, these are all great qualities when it comes to the masculine. And I have a feeling they were not always in this type of vibe. They were not always in this type of energy. That it took time, that it took experiencing something painful and difficult between the two of you for them to see themselves in this way. They had to go through something painful in order to find that courage. And remember, they are acknowledging the mistakes. living through the consequences of those mistakes. And part of the challenge here could have been that your masculine was inconsistent, and it does say unreliable, unstable, game playing. Okay, so they were messing around. They were playing games before. And it's those games that landed them right here in forbidden territory with someone, something, a situation that they knew they shouldn't have been in. Let's grab one more card here. One more card, please, angels and spirit guides. We've got magnetized, desire, passion, and love. And I really do feel here for the masculine, after having gone through realizations, living through consequences, learning, growing, going through the journey, the pain, the lessons. At the end of the day, this is where this masculine is at. Still feeling desire for the feminine, still in love with the feminine, still feeling this magnetic, passionate attraction towards the feminine. And look at this. Connected. Energy, telepathy, and knowing. So regardless of what's happened here between the two of you, my feminines, this masculine still feels so drawn and connected to you. So if you can actually give your masculine the opportunity to rectify the issues of the partnership, then maybe you'll find that they have grown, that they have matured, that they have changed. And this is not the same person who ended up hurting you before. Okay, so let's grab some cards now on behalf of the Divine Feminine. This is the Journey to the Divine Feminine by Divine Moon Empress. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. For my air signs on behalf of the Divine Feminine, what do we need to know? What else do we need to know here? My feminines are balanced. So we might have two people who have been working very hard to bring balance back in your lives. Because remember, we've got confident, self-assured, bold, and balanced when it comes to the masculine. And now we've got this balance card when it comes to the Divine Feminine. Feeling harmonious within due to both feminine and masculine energies being balanced. That's fantastic. What else, please, for the Divine Feminine here? We have shame. Feeling painful humiliation or distress caused by the consciousness of wrong or foolish behavior. So for some of you, my feminines, it could be you who entered into a forbidden situation. For some of you guys, you could have both been playing games. So it doesn't just fall on one person as to who's to blame or just pointing the fingers at one individual that contributed to the demise of the partnership. It came down to both of you, and you both have to be able to take responsibility for your own role in what happened here. We have passive. So for some of you, my feminines, maybe you're able to relate to this. Avoiding direct or clear communication, fear of intimacy or competition, making excuses, blaming others, playing the victim, hiding anger. It could be any of those things. So if you relate to that, that could have certainly been part of the reason why you needed to work on restoring balance in your life and healing this energy of shame when it comes to your own actions. And maybe communication was stifled here between you and your masculine because you were making excuses and passing the blame. That could have been an issue. And it could also have been just really bad communication. You know, your masculine could have been asking you, it's like, How are you feeling? You know, what is it that you need to contribute to the conversation? What do you need to say? And if you were hiding your feelings, if you didn't really want to express yourself clearly, then that creates a blockage in communication. But look at this. We do have the twin flame card coming through. For some of you, you know that you're a part of a twin flame journey. A very sacred union between you and your masculine. That's coming through here. You guys are on a twin flame journey. This is your mirror soul right here. A very special soul connection. So whatever happened here to separate you guys, I kind of feel you're both working on yourselves so that you can be two better people who can come towards each other to work on getting rid of that baggage. Let's grab one more card here. Joy. I love that. First of all, we're in a very joyful time of year. But for some people, it can be very challenging. But hopefully this Christmas time, the holiday season, you can find joy in your life, your relationships, not just your romantic life either. Happiness and joy with your family, connecting with perhaps those that you haven't seen in a while. We're still in the thick of this pandemic, so I know that that's a little bit difficult for some of you. Actually, a lot of us. And right now, communication, interaction, it's on social media, it's through Zoom calls or video chat or however way you guys are able to communicate. But I do feel that there will be a way for you to find joy and happiness in your life during this month of December, considering we only have a week left. But this joy could certainly carry you forward into 2021 and hopefully restore that joy that perhaps you once had when it came to this twin flame connection. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot messages here and see what else needs to come through. This is my tarot teacher deck, and this is a deck that I created for those who would like to learn how to read tarot for yourselves. And each card does contain an upright and reversed meaning, so it makes it very easy to learn. It's all laid out right in front of you. So if you're interested in this deck, it comes in both the gold edging as well as without it. And the deck shop link is down below, as well as all of the other deck creators that you see here today. So my air signs, let's take a look and see what else you need to know here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. We've got the Seven of Wands coming through here. Wands is fire energy, so for some of you guys, maybe your person is a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius. This is being able to stand up for what you believe in, taking the high road here. Some of you guys could be on the defensive, though, which is understandable considering what's happened between the two of you. The Seven of Wands is somebody who likes to maintain control of a situation. And sometimes that's not always the case. Sometimes we actually lose control of ourselves, of a situation, and life just happens, you know? But it can be very challenging at times as well. The Seven of Wands is one of those cards where there is competition somewhere. You know, someone else vying for your person's attention or for your attention. There could have been other people that played a factor here, which we already know, because with that forbidden energy, lines are crossed automatically. There's a boundary. There's a wall. You know, it's like a caution sign. It's like a red flashing light telling either of you, it's like, you know, it's time to turn back around, go the other way, because this is a forbidden zone. You shouldn't be here. But someone crossed the line. Someone crossed the line here. But with the Eight of Cups, this is about leaving it behind. This is about walking away from it, withdrawing away from that situation because it was not meant for you. It wasn't meant for somebody. But this is also a card of loneliness, abandonment, walking away. At the end of the day, somebody had to walk away, you know? And then we've got the Two of Cups right here. So we've got cups coming through with water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is a card of partnerships, two people who are very compatible. This could be a soulmate connection here. This is a very harmonious partnership that can result in marriage for some of you. There's definitely that mutual attraction. We already have the twin flame card reflected right here. For some of you, maybe you feel that your person is a soulmate and you just feel so drawn to this person. And I love how the Two of Cups is also a card of balance, because from the masculine, we have that energy, and that also came forward from the feminine. So you're really both working on restoring the equilibrium in your own life as well as perhaps in the partnership. Okay, so there's a chance here that maybe it's one of those situations where you guys had to walk away from each other to be able to find each other again through that Two of Cups. What else, please, for air signs? We've got the Five of Swords here. Another card of, believe it or not, another card of walking away, because there is competition. So forbidden right from the start. Someone had to walk away because it was a forbidden situation. Third parties, infidelities, someone maybe was already married or in a committed partnership, and this dynamic was just not going to last. The Five of Swords can cause someone to feel really defeated, but there's this need to surrender what is not working. We've got the Emperor here, which is representing the divine masculine. For some of you, your person could be an Aries. So the Emperor likes to take control of a situation or maintain control, which is very similar to the Seven of Wands here, someone who likes to maintain control. But the Emperor is a great card. This masculine could already have children. You guys could have had children together. This is someone who could be an authority figure. They could be in a type of vocation where, you know, there is this need for law and order. This Emperor is someone who is stable and grounded. They know what they want. They can manifest their dreams. They can make it happen. And I really do feel here part of the confidence that's coming through from the masculine is picking up off of the energy of this Emperor, knowing perhaps that they have the capability to turn this around. And then we've got the Temperance card, restoring harmony in this partnership. Another card of balance. That's an overall theme here for this reading. The need for balance and patience and restoring harmony in one's life, in a partnership. It can be done. If you guys are on the same page, you have the same vision for this partnership, then you guys can have that reconciliation. That's another interpretation of the Temperance card, that there is a possible reunion here for some of you guys. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles here. For some of you, maybe your person could be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So the Seven of Pentacles, you know, one's efforts will pay off. That hard work that goes into rectifying, fixing the situation, things finally falling into place, coming to fruition. It's a period of growth and gestation in which that takes time. You can't rush it, which is right next to this Temperance energy. It comes down to patience and time. So you got to just wait and see how this goes. I don't feel it's going to happen tomorrow, or possibly for some of you even this year. So there's a potential that things won't actually start moving and transpiring until maybe January-ish or early part of 2021. But it does appear that you guys can overcome this and come back into union and bring things back into balance. We've got so many references to balance coming through here. And when there was infidelity, third parties, love triangles, that definitely brought you guys out of balance. Big time. Okay, so let's add to this with Charm cards by Mystic Moon. Let's see what else needs to come through. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. All right, what else do you need to know here? When it comes to your person, before the end of this year, we've got wine glass date, okay? So some of you guys might get asked out on a date by your person, or you might do the asking. Something as simple as, let's go out for a drink. You know, it doesn't have to be anything major. Let's just go out for a drink and talk. Glasses incognito, okay? I feel also this might have been what was going on, especially with, again, this forbidden energy, because someone who's incognito is in disguise. It's like they didn't want to be discovered. They didn't want people to know that maybe this was going on. Putting on those glasses, putting on those shades so that people don't actually see who they really are. We have leaf turnover, which I love. We're coming up to the end of 2020. It's time to turn over a new leaf and welcome in 2021. And I've been saying this a lot lately, you know, out with the old, in with the new. Footprints, impression. What I do feel here, my air signs, when it comes to this connection, your person, the person that you are thinking about for this reading, they made such a huge impression on you. This person made an impact in your heart. And that they're always going to be in there, no matter what happens here between the two of you. We have guitar, songs. So there might be particular songs that you hear, and it reminds you of the connection. It reminds you of this person. They themselves could hear particular songs. You guys could just be reminiscing right now. Look at this. And then we've got infinity symbol, everlasting. With a reunion here, once things come back into balance, which is a really good opportunity for that to happen, you guys can still have forever. This still has the chance to withstand the test of time. And I really do feel with both of you working on finding balance within your own hearts, your own lives, yourselves, it is that type of energy coming together that will bring balance back into the partnership. Okay? So let's go ahead and add some time frames here. So I get asked a lot during especially personal private readings, when is this going to happen? When am I going to hear from my person? When are we going to reconcile? When am I going to get a new job? When is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? So the thing with time frames is there's just no way to guarantee it. We are not miracle workers. We're card readers, you know? And so we can merely provide you with potential possibilities of when something is going to happen, because everybody's got their own free will, and time, it's constantly changing. It's fluid. So let's take a look at the possibilities of when something might happen in your love life, in your career, whatever else you're focused on. Okay, so let's start things off here with this deck. This is the Lost in Time Oracle by Calico Moon. So go ahead and ask your question. You can either just say it to yourself or say it out loud. You can even write it down if that's what you feel you need to do. And you can have more than one when question, totally up to you. Because we're going to grab a few from three different decks, all focused on time frames here. So my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, when is something going to happen for you? In whatever area you need clarification on. For you, the viewer, when is whatever going to happen? We have summertime for some of you. Heat, fire, energy. There's that reference to fire. So some of you guys, again, your person could be a fire sign. But yeah, there's something about the summertime when something could happen for some of you. We also have the month of October. Shadows, maybe around Halloween time, which of course it's done for 2020. So this is painting a bit of a huge chunk of time for some of you, because summertime of next year, here in the States anyway, it's not until June. I don't know when it is throughout the world, but here where I'm at, we're looking at about 6 months worth of time. October, we're looking at 10 months. Okay, so there's a reason why that is presenting itself, that amount of time. And then we've got eclipse, destiny. I'm not sure if we have any eclipses that are going to be happening in 2021 or even the remainder of this year. I don't think so. But, you know, I'm not an astrologist, so I have no idea. But this person, I feel, and going back to this message, you are my destiny. Here's that word again, destiny. This is perhaps how you guys see each other, that you're destined. You were destined to meet in this lifetime. And a part of your destiny is to reconnect and live the rest of your lives together. We have advanced knowledge, soul learning needed. This could apply to both of you. Soul searching, lessons that need to be learned. And that takes time as well. We have birthday, celebrate, let loose. So depending on when your birthday is. For my Aquarians, that's around the corner here. Okay, that's next month. So something could happen for Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini when your birthday rolls around. And for my Geminis, the summer season, for some of you, the first day of summer is June 21st. So something of significance here, really for everyone, but I'm just picking up off of Aquarius and Gemini initially. But you know, we've got October that could be picking up off of Libra as well. Something will happen, something can happen. Your next birthday. Look at this, we've got Christmas now, which of course is tomorrow. Give freely to others. This has, as I've mentioned, been a very difficult time, a very difficult year for so many. Lots of people lost their jobs, and it's just been really hard to be able to just afford to pay our bills, put food on the table. And if you are in a position to help others, to give of yourself in any way, shape, or form during this Christmas, please do so. And again, during Christmas time, the holiday season, for some of you, it could be a very special time. Something of significance, again, could happen between you and your person unexpectedly, maybe when you least expect it. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some additional time frames here. This is my deck. This is the Time Traveler Oracle, and it even says when. You just need to know when. So this is a very simple deck. It says it like it is. It's either going to happen or it's not, and it gives you potential time frames. So for the collective, let's take a look. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. For my air signs, when is something going to happen? Either in your love life, your career, your health, your family life, your connection with friends, your wellness, your vitality, whatever it is. So whatever question you've got in mind, let's take a look at the time frame. When is this all going to happen for you? In 4 months. So we're looking at April here. April. For some of you, your person could be an Aries or a Taurus. For others, we've got the time frame of 8 months, which takes you to August. Interesting how that's the next month. So August could be very special for some of you guys. Something happens around that time. And again, we're talking summertime here for some of you. For others, we do have the winter season, which we are in right now here in the States. Again, I'm not sure if it's winter season everywhere. So whenever the cold weather or winter season is in your part of the world. Let's grab another. And look at this. This is for some of you guys. We have a card that says never. So it's the end of the road when it comes to something or someone. And you'll know what that's referring to. Look at this. I'm telling you, there's something going on for some of you guys during summertime. That's the second time that's presenting itself here. Okay, so let's pull from the last time frame related deck. This is the Divine Time Oracle by Bridget of Divine Essentials. All right, so if those first two decks did not answer your question, let's go ahead and grab from this last deck. Or if you weren't able to relate to any of those. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Some final time frames as to when something might happen for you, the viewer. Give it a week. And it says, don't become weak. So stay strong, that whatever is meant for you will come to you. And for some of you guys, in a week. So that's right around the corner. Possibly before we enter 2021. Look at this. It says justice. Their absence brings balance. There we are again with balance. Isn't that interesting? The scales will be balanced. And this is picking up off of the Justice card in traditional tarot. There we are again. Reference to balance. And so it took the two of you not being in each other's lives to work on that balance, as I've mentioned, individually, to balance your own scales in order to not have to rely on the other person to bring balance back. This is something that you guys had to work through individually in order to be able to prepare to be able to restore balance in the partnership. You guys had to be balanced in your own way, in your own life. What does this card say? In a month's time, you will see the light shine, illuminating. So for some of you guys, in about a month, something's going to happen for you. Okay? So we're looking at sometime during January. And last message here. The years will pass. And it says stamina and you will last, which is great. Because this is letting us know, for those of you especially who are not together and find your way back to each other, that you guys can withstand the test of time. Your relationship will grow and prosper, and you guys will have this amazing stamina in your partnership. So that's really good. I feel ultimately, for the majority, you guys had to go into separation to learn whatever lessons needed to be learned, to mature, to grow individually, and as I've mentioned, to find balance in your own life. And when the time is right, whenever it's meant for you guys to reconnect, you're not going to be trying to find or look for balance in that person because you have it within yourself. And that makes it a lot easier to work on the partnership and to build this much stronger, more solid foundation in the connection. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. And for anyone interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below in the description box. I wish you guys the very best. For those that celebrate Christmas, I do hope that it's wonderful. Celebrate safely and be well. That's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Take care.